Love is an intense emotion of affection, warmth, fondness, and regard towards someone. And it happens unexpectedly. This story is about Crystal, an intelligent and beautiful woman, who makes an unexpected connection with the cable guy named Daryl. She has no choice but to reevaluate her current love life. Will she eventually leave her current love for Daryl? And how will she go about that? We will find out in the opening scene of My Valentine Crush. Crystal prepares for her pre-Valentine date with her perfect boyfriend Xavier. She cooks, and also has a little discussion with her friend Jasmine over the phone. Jasmine hopes he's a changed man and will take her somewhere special for Valentine's. Crystal tries to cover up for him and lets her know he has an important business meeting, so they will not be hanging out for Valentine's. Jasmine does not want her to get bored on Valentine's Day, so she invites her to her Valentine's party with friends. Crystal declines because she believes the party will be boring without her boyfriend. When Jasmine insists, she plans to reconsider. Crystal anxiously ends their discussion to get ready for Xavier. However, Xavier shows up, and she's delighted to see him. He's impressed and compliments her on looking beautiful and sexy. He also realizes she has made his favorite food by the aroma he cannot resist, how sexy she looks. So they make out after a session in bed. Xavier confesses his feelings for her. Crystal sees the moment as the perfect moment to know if he's ready to get serious about their relationship. She wants to know if he will cancel his business meeting, but he doesn't, because he believes it is more important than spending time with her. She's heartbroken and wants to know where their relationship stands. He claims he does not like to conform to pressure to define his relationship, but promises to never leave her. That does not look promising to me. If I may say, Crystal is not satisfied either. So he decides to leave for his house to get prepared for his business meeting. Even though she wants him to stay, he insists. She feels bad, because they did not get to spend enough time with each other. They also did not get to eat the dinner she made in the next scene on Valentine's Day. Crystal gets to work, and she's bothered because everyone is celebrating the day with their loved ones. Meanwhile, as she decides to concentrate on her work, her internet connection gets interrupted. She's frustrated. Because she has a deadline to meet at work, she calls for the internet technician and lets them know how desperately she needs someone to fix her internet. Meanwhile, Natasha, who's in charge of the company, calls one of their workers named Daryl because he is already close to her street. Even though he is almost getting off from work, he gladly accepts when Natasha informs Crystal she will get someone to attend to her. She is relieved. Eventually, Daryl shows up at her house and Crystal gets attracted to his physique and believes he's too good looking to be the cable guy. He's not that surprised because he gets a lot of attention from ladies when he tries to check the issue with her internet. He sees her high school certificate and discovers they went to the same high school, but they never got to see each other in high school because Crystal was always in the library. Daryl was a footballer and every girl's dream guy in high school. They get along really well and he manages to fix her internet. He even refuses to be paid and wants her to consider it as a gift from an old high school friend. She is grateful, but the connection Crystal feels towards him is a deep one, and she does not even remember she's in a relationship with Xavier when he goes to trash a paper. He sees the dinner she trashed and feels bad about such a waste while going to check one last time to ascertain that the internet is working perfectly. Crystal purposely leans on him. The attraction for her is undeniable. On his way out, he sees the flower Xavier got her for Valentine's Day and believes the guy who sent them must be special. Crystal, knowing what is happening in their relationship, hopes he will be. He leaves, but unknown to him, Crystal wishes he could stay longer. Shortly after that, Daryl comes back to get his working equipment, and Crystal thinks her wish is granted. Unfortunately, it's not. He is back to take the extra battery. He forgot, however. In his truck, Daryl receives a message from a lady and lets her know he will be going out with her for the last time. They plan to meet later in the day. Meanwhile, Crystal is finally able to conclude her work and she's relieved. Jasmine calls to remind her of the party, and she promises to be there later that night. Crystal attends the party. One of their friends, who does not like to mind her business, curiously wants to know why Xavier is not with her afterwards. Summer, who's also their friend, shows up with